Good morning, grade 12. We are continuing with the financial mathematics. We'll be looking at the tutorial page that I sent you on the group and also that you have there printed if you came to school. Alright, so looks like this. This is the page that I'm referring to. But before we get to that, I just want to make you... Alright, so you guys don't have the test pages. Alright, so we're going to start there with the tutorial pages. According to the credit law, I'm reading from number 1, the bank will only allow bond repayments that are not greater than 30% of your net monthly salary. You wish to purchase your first home. Your gross salary is 12% per month and you have deductions of 35% per month from your salary. Alright, those deductions are most probably, we assume it's tax deductions. No? So, what we're going to do now, at the first question, they ask us, we should now, 1.1, what is your net salary? So, Keisha, don't you want to close the door slightly? We are given our brutto salary, and that is equals to 12,500. Well done. So, what we're going to do, we need to determine our net salary. So, our net salary is, this is what we have. This is what our employer pays us. But then, our net salary is this minus the deductions. Alright? And they say there is about 35%. So, if you want to calculate that, it's going to be this minus a what, Jade? Minus a 35% of what? Of this 12,500. Alright, so of this 12,500. Or we can use the other one where we say what? 12,500? No? Yes. Or we can say, but this is actually 12,500 is how much percent? Is that your full? So it's 100%. But so how much do we have? So we can actually say it's 12,500 divided by this is what? So to use this, no? This is not a formal formula, but you can also use this in accounting or some of your other subjects. You take what you have, so you divide by what you have and you multiply by what you want. Alright, so I have this and this is what? This is equals to 100%. But I just want to work out what? Not the 35, but I want to work out the 100 minus the 35, which brings me by 65. So then I multiply with 1. Multiply with 65 over 1, and that gets me to a total of 8,125. No? It's the same as you could have said now, 35% of 1,200, and then you subtract it from there, it gets you to the same number right there. Alright, so what is this now? This is what you take home, and you still with that money. So the tax, let's assume it's tax, or I don't know, let's say your pension, all of those stuff went down from that 12,500. Tax also took their money. Now you're staying in a house, or you don't have a house yet, you're renting an apartment, so you need to pay from this 8,125. You need to still pay rent, you need to buy food, you need to buy fuel for your car if you have a car. Alright, this all needs to be done from that amount. What is the next question then? So that's your net salary. Now they ask you, what is the maximum bond repayments you can afford? And now we need to go back to the credit law. The credit law says, how much can we afford? 30% of what? Net salary. So this is my net salary. So I need to work out what is 30% of this. Once again, 30% of this. So I am going to divide by what I have, and I'm going to multiply what I want. So we can take this now and we can say it's that 8,125. We're going to divide it by, this is 100, and we're going to multiply it by 30. No, because I want 30% of that. So what is my actual cost that I can afford? I can afford 2437, comma. Alright, so that brings us by an estimate bond repayment that I can afford of 2,437 Rand 50 cents. Alright, but now the information said the bank offers a fixed rate of 13.5% per year per annum. Per annum compounded monthly over 20 years. The house that I want to purchase costs 1.2 million. Alright, and then can you afford the house? So this is a question of affordability. Right, so do I have that money? No, but the bank, I want that money. How much do I want from the bank? 1.2. So what formula am I going to use here? Do I have the money? No, so I most probably want to make a loan. So we're going to use the P formula. And how much do I want from the bank? 1.2 million. 1.2 million. Alright? Then, excuse me. What else? What other information do I have? So that's going to be N. Alright, so N is going to be equals to 20 times per month, because I'll be having monthly installments. And then I have I. Yes, what is I? So that's going to be 0.135 over 12. Alright. Then what? Now we go right at our formula and we substitute into our formula. Right, so our formula for the P, you get this from your formula page. We're going to say it's P, let's write it here. P is equals to, let's do a recap on that formula, Keisha. Keisha, 1 minus bracket 1 plus I to the power of negative n. No? Yes, it's to the power of negative n. Over I. Alright. So, what do we want to work out? X. So we need to make x the subject. So that's going to be x is equals to P times I all over bracket 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n. Like that. Now I'm going to do my substitution. So if I do my substitution, it's going to look like this. P is 1.2 million. So that's multiplied with I. You can write it as is there, or you can work it out. I'm just going to write 135 divided by 12 over bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus 0.135 divided by 12 to the power of n is equals to 240. So that's negative 240 there, all in closed brackets, and then we get our x value. All right. All right. So 14,000 488,50. No? So, in actuality, can we afford it? What can we afford to pay? We can afford to pay that. No? So this is actually absurd to be able, with regards to that salary that I'm having there of 12,500. But now let's just, for curiosity, they could have asked you this question a little bit different. They could have asked you, what is with this affordability, no? What is the amount that I can get from the bank? You understand the question, Kira? No? So then what would we do? Then we would work out the P. Alright? Then what is going to be our X? Our X is going to be what we can afford to pay per month. And then we're going to use all of our, say, for 20 years. So that's 20 times 12 months. And then our interest rate will be that 0,135 over 12. Then you can go work out. And you can actually do that for me. Maybe, no? Work that out on your own. And then write down the answer of that into the comments below. Yes, Ivram? Alright, so this, no, you can work that out and you can work out the affordability of this person according to that, and you can fill in the answer in the comments below. Nakisha, I will be waiting your response. Please fill it in the comments below. Thank you. Right. We also want to welcome the learners there at home because we're going to stream this for them. All right, let's look now. Now, if I want, let's look at another question. If they say, let's perhaps look at it. I want to qualify for a house that costs how much? 1.2 million. What should my actual salary be? What should my actual salary be? You can work around this. My salary, how much of this can be contributed according to the credit law? CL, no? I know also a CL. He's sponsoring this video for today. Alright, so how much does the credit law say we can actually afford to pay? 30%. So that means, according to the credit law of South Africa, this needs to be 30% of your salary. Now let's go see what is the actual salary that you need to have. This can be 30% of that. How do we work out that? Then we use this. No? What is this actually then? This is 30%. So we're going to say this amount, 14,000, divide by 30 times 100. Do you get that now? Do you see what I meant with you divide by what you have and you multiply by what you want? And that's actually how accounting works. And that's why I didn't take accounting on school. 3 years of that. So what is that? I think it's going to be around about an estimate of 48,000. Huh? So that means at this moment, if this is the if the bank offers you 13.5% rate, you need to have a salary of 50,000 rand a month to afford a house of 1.2 million. And I think that's a little bit absurd. No? Jay, that's a lot of money. I would rather spend that money on a car. No? Than live in a house. Let's look at another thing. Should I live in the car as well? It's fine. I'll live in the car. It's going to be a little bit unhygienic, though. All right. Let's look at another thing. The bank says I'm only able to qualify for that. No? But if I do pay this amount for 240 times, let's just look for curiosity what that gets me. How much that gets me. What is he saying?